The season final is almost upon us, but before we hit that last chapter, let's take a look back at season 6. Hiya guys, welcome back to Wentworth Life. How are we all doing? So, the season final is about to hit us in just a matter of days. So now is a good time to reflect on season 6 as a whole and to look back and personally let you know that this has been one of my favourite seasons. So, just to summarise in total of this season so far, we've had Frankie's storyline, we've had Sonia back for Liz, we've had deaths, we've had shootings, Liz has got dementia, we've had a mental amount of fight scenes, we've had the introduction to 4 big characters, we've had Will losing his mind, we think we've learnt Ferguson's fate, we've got Kaz being a tougher top dog, and we've got a massive stalker storyline. Let's be honest, it has been a massive season, probably the biggest season so far. So if we start back from the beginning, we had Frankie's storyline. She escaped and she was on the run and she's trying to prove her innocence. At the same time, we were introduced to 2 new characters at the time, Rita and Ruby, and we learned a little bit about their backstory. Bridget was back, helping Frankie on the outside. Frankie ended up getting shot in an almighty cliffhanger by the end of episode 2. And Frankie's storyline was finally tied up in a very tense episode 3. But luckily for her and for us, she did get a happy ending, which is a rarity in Wentworth. Sonia was back and she was gunning for Liz. Poor Boomer this season seems to be copping the blame for pretty much everything, but the first thing she was blamed for was poisoning Sonia. In a cat and mouse couple of episodes, Sonia and Liz kind of went head to head a few times. There were some very tense scenes. Sonia even killed the wrong inmate thinking it was Liz. But luckily for us, Sonia did have her demise when there was a big showdown between her and Liz on the roof, and which resulted in Kaz saving Liz and pushing Sonia off the roof. Poor Liz, she was diagnosed with having early dementia, so it's been a really sad season to see Liz going through what she has gone through. But the actress, Celia Island, is absolutely fantastic. We've also had a lot of fight scenes this season. We've had the introduction to Fight Club, which I do understand it hasn't gone down in popularity, but I do believe it's going to play a big part in the season final. So we've had Ruby in Fight Club, we've had Boomer in Fight Club. It has been quite interesting, but in regards to fight scenes, we've also had Rita in a huge fight scene with, I think it was 4 prisoners in the dining room, which was absolutely fantastic, so hope you're ready for the final, guys. We've also had Will losing his mind, because obviously he's buried Joan Ferguson alive, so he's going through a bit of turmoil that has taken up the majority of the season up until when they go back and dig up the box and they realise that Ferguson is dead, or is she? We've had Kaz being a much tougher top dog and just being generally a much more likeable character this season. They've really got the character of Kaz perfect. It took them a while, but it is spot on now, and I really hope that we've got Kaz for season 7. We've also had the Stalker storyline, which led us to learning about Ferguson's fate. So we've currently got a massive Stalker storyline going on, which I don't know what the outcome is yet because it's all going to be revealed in the season final. We've also had the introduction of another 2 big characters. We had Marie Winter, which we knew was coming in, but also her sidekick, Zara. She is a massive, and she's a really good character. I'm as scary and as evil as she is. I secretly like her, guys. I really do like her, and I don't think the writers thought that the audience were going to like Zara as much as we have. And I've got an awful feeling she's going to be killed in the season final, so I don't think we're going to see Zara in season 7, although I could be wrong. But it would have been great to see Zara in season 7. But of course, if she's hell-bent on killing Ruby, it's one or the other. We have lost a few characters and background characters this season. Obviously, Tina and Kim haven't been in the season at all. Juice is back without a tongue, but she's played a very minor part this season. We've had the introduction to a couple of new background characters. We have Costa, who is in charge of running Fight Club. Miss Miles has been dodgy as always throughout the season, but I feel that she is going to become unstuck in the season final. Going back to Marie Winter, she is a very interesting character, and again, as evil as I know she is, and even though we haven't seen her full potential of being evil, I do like her. And weirdly, guys, I kind of like what she's got going with Mr. Jackson. I don't know what and I don't know why, but I kind of like what's happening. It is crazy. Absolutely mental. You know, we've had Will sleeping with Mari. We've had some lesbian sex scenes. It's all been happening, guys. This season has been absolutely amazing. For Ali hasn't really been much of a big character this season. We did learn a little bit of backstory about Ali, which was interesting, but it hasn't seemed to have gone anywhere. She did play a little bit of a larger part when she was smacked in the face by Kaz, and then she later pressed the panic button, so I got a feeling she's going to play a bigger part now in the season final. But other than these 2 episodes, she hasn't really played a massive part this season. We also saw Turk was brought back for 1 episode. We've also seen Officer Murphy. Have these guys got anything to do with the Stalker storyline? We've also had Channing, who at the start of the season we learn he has been fired after the escape. But he has come back towards the end of this season because he's obviously involved somehow with the Stalker storyline. So guys, season 6 has been absolutely massive. We've seen characters come and we've seen some characters go. What has been your favourite moment of season 6? Let me know in the comments box below. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I will see you next time.